You are listening to 106 FM The Eagle with me, Petty Officer Erica Yelland, but you can call me DJ Yellen. And today we have the honor of welcoming Jason Michael Carroll, a country music star, into the studio today.
Baby, when I look at you with your hair falling down and your baby blues, standing there across the room.
How long have you been in the music business?
Oh wow. Well, actually, since I got out of the Marine Corps, I started my first band right after that. I wound up winning a karaoke contest on a pop radio station back home, and sang a country song on there. And wound up winning the show, and a band in Durham, North Carolina called up and said, "Hey, we're looking for a new lead singer. Are you interested?" 2 weeks later, I was doing my first gig ever, three one-hour sets, and stood there. I mean, Marine, standing there scared out of my mind in front of 30 people, you know. But it was awesome.
Now, were you in uniform when you did the contest? Because that could have pushed you a little bit.
I was not in uniform, but the funniest part was that that the first video my dad has somewhere of the very first performance I ever did, it looks like I'm standing at attention the entire time. Like my back is straight, my hands are by my side. I didn't dance. There was no swing. There was nothing. Yeah, it was so bad.
Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Yes, I know you couldn't be a Marine now, because I know you weren't in the military currently because you have the really nice long hair.
Believe it or not, the long hair came from the Marine Corps. Now, I know people out there saying, you know, whatever, and they may want to jump through the radio when I say it. Let me explain. 0 to 3 inches was regulation when I was in. I think now it's 0 to 4. I think they've changed it.
Yes.
So I went 0 to, when I got out, I went 0 to 3, 0 to 4, 0 to 5, 6, 7. I wanted to look like Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, so I just grew it all out. And my wife says it's the worst haircut I've ever had, and if I ever go back to that, she's going to leave me. So yeah, so it's just going to stay long.
All right. Good to know. And
there's my voices again. Did you hear them?
Yes, I heard.
Yeah.
They're so loud they're in my head now. No, so you said you're from Raleigh.
I am.
So you grew up around country music and.
I did. Well, actually, it's kind of ironic. I grew up. My dad, like when I was a kid, I would walk around the house and he'd be I'd see learn to play George Strait books on the floor, and he'd have his cowboy boots. And I'd stomp around him when they came up to my knees. You know what I'm saying? And then when I was like 7 years old, they made the switch to nothing but gospel music, cold turkey. I mean, they quit smoking. They went and started going to church, all that stuff, right? So for my brother and sister, it was cool because they didn't really get into the music like that. But I started missing songs like "I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight," and you know, a lot of those '80s rock power ballad kind of things, you know, that I fell in love with. All of a sudden they're gone. Yeah, so music was always kind of a big deal to me. The very first time I ever sang outside of church, though, was in boot camp.
Okay.
My senior drill instructor called me up to the front of the squad bay one night after lights out. I'm laying in my rack, and he says, "Carroll, sir, yes sir, get up here to the head of my squad bay." And I'm thinking, oh hell, what did I do? You know, and so I run up there, stand there in my skivvies. He's like, "You sat beside me in chapel today, Carroll." "Yes sir." He said, "You sing like a dang bird." "Thank you, sir." So he said, "Sing my hymn." So from the middle of boot camp all the way to the end of it, I was able to sing the Marines hymn every night after lights out, which was an honor. Because I mean, I was less than a maggot, I was less than a recruit. You know, I was still working my way up, and I remember. It was really awesome and an honor to be able to sing that. However, it was one of those things that he made me scream all day in cadence. So my throat was hoarse, and so it was hard to sing. So anytime I messed up, that meant push-ups.
Oh no.
Yeah, I did a few.
Oh no. Yeah, I know. I grew up on. My dad was a hardcore 80s rock band fan, so I grew up all on Aerosmith and Kiss and Alice Cooper.
Aerosmith's my favorite band.
Yes.
Yeah, ever.
I would marry Steven Tyler right now.
Yeah, you know, we'd fight about it. No, no, one of the coolest things I ever had a chance to do besides meet Steven Tyler at the ACMs one year, and I got to tell him how big a fan I was of his, and he stood there and talked and was one of the coolest guys I've ever met. That might have been one of the coolest things, but I was able to go sing on stage at a sold-out amphitheater in Indianapolis with Poison. And I closed out the show with "Don't Need Nothing But a Good Time."
Nice.
Yeah, with them. That was pretty awesome. It was when they were on tour with Def Leppard.
That's awesome.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Are we ready? Yeah, right? Thank you. I was like, we have one of those things. We are going to do the show tomorrow night because today is like rain literally almost all day. Well, this afternoon, evening, and tomorrow there's not. It's gonna be cloudy, but there shouldn't be any rain tomorrow. So, but we are in Naples, so be prepared, Jason.
You know what they say? When in Naples.
Well played. Well played, my friend. Well played. So we are moving. It's going to be the same time, 7:30. Everything is going to be the same. We're just moving it to tomorrow night.
All right. So the Bubba Burger and everything's tomorrow night?
Good call. Yeah, see.
We will find that out for you, and you will have to still listen to 106 FM The Eagle here on AFN Naples. And
every time you do that, 106 in the Eagle, I'm going to go, ah!
That'd be awesome.
Isn't that the sound?
Yeah,
Isn't that
totally.
the
You should
soundtrack?
do it.
Yeah.
you want to do a practice?
Okay, go for
All
it.
right. 106 The Eagle.
Ah! No.
Pressure.
We're going to have to record that, and it'll have to be just a part of the radio show.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. And then every artist that comes in here after that is going to be like, God, I hate Jason. That was he started it.
All right, so we'll be right back with Jason Michael Carroll, but first I have some music by Oasis with Wonderwall on 106 FM The Eagle,
Ah!
serving America's best. All right, that was Walk This Way by Aerosmith. We were talking about Aerosmith earlier. Me, Petty Officer Eric Yellen, DJ Yellen, and Jason Michael Carroll here. And it's both, Aerosmith is both of our one of our favorite bands.
Yes.
We were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And during the break, we were actually trying to figure a gimmick for my morning show, or title for my morning show.
So if you have one, call in.
Yes, call in 629-6925. All right. I know. I always do this like pose when I'm doing my recital.
I noticed that, and when you do the name of the station
Yeah.
at the end, you kind of
Yeah, I
turn your
kinda
head
tilt
and
my head. It's like I'm taking a selfie picture.
it is kind of yeah.
And I refuse to play the hashtag selfie though during this hour. So
The hashtag stuff.
yes, have you
Yeah.
heard of it?
Yes.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's all right. You know, I have kids, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's on repeat.
Yes. Every time a song like that comes out, it's like, Dad, this is the new thing, and then 6 months later, like, God, that song's stupid.
It's our senior chief's favorite song.
Is it really?
Senior favorite song. Yeah.
Nice.
It has a good beat. I can't talk away from that. It has a good beat.
Yeah.
All right. So you're here in Naples for
I
the
am.
next few days. What other places have you been on your trip here?
Well, we went to a dinner last night, which was awesome, and it was exciting to kind of sample some of the Italian fare. You know, and I'm always about that. We just left Bahrain. We were out there doing some stuff, and I'd sampled Lebanese cuisine for the first time. I've never had that. I ventured out of my safety box. You know, it's usually it's like a four corners thing that I'm really safe with. You know, McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, and no,
Well, we have Taco Bell on base, so you're good.
Nice. I feel safer already. But we've been out to a couple different places so far in Naples. Though we're gonna go try to see some of the sights today.
Nice.
And then, and apparently now that the show's been moved to tomorrow night, that's Saturday night, 7:30.
Yes.
What is their name? Is it a pavilion? Is it where are we playing
It's Support Site Central Park.
it? We're gonna be at Support Site Central Park, 7:30.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. that was my newscaster voice.
Yeah.
I tried to channel my Peter Jennings. It didn't happen. We're gonna go out and see some sights today, and then kind of see what's gonna happen. You know, we rarely ever have a plan. I mean, now the military, I think, bred me for the music business, and I say that all the time. And people are like, what? And when I was in the Marines, I really learned to hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
You know, I learned how important hurry up and wait was.
They start that off in boot camp.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. They want you there at 0500. You might not do anything till 0630, but yeah. Anyway, I learned hurry up and wait, and I think that in the music business it's the same way. There's really no set time. Like the other morning, we had lobby call at I think 0400 or something like that, and I think we sat there till about 0600. So yeah, it was yay.
Nice.
I didn't need that extra 2 hours sleep. It was cool.
It's when you just bring your pillow along and you'll be fine.
I refuse to carry a neck pillow. You know the airport neck pillows?
Yes.
I refuse to carry them. I have two guys in my band that carry them, and they go to sleep with them on the airplane, and they look comfortable, but I take pictures of them.
Are they monogrammed though?
Now, you know what? Oh, Christmas gifts. Christmas gifts.
I went to the States, back to the States a couple months ago, and I saw this couple, and they had monogrammed neck pillows.
I'm gonna monogram it in a place where it's gonna be uncomfortable to sleep with, like you know, like
Right on the neck.
right on the neckline or
And
something.
so when they wake up, they're gonna have their initials.
Yeah, and
engraved in
it's
their
gonna be
neck.
scratchy the whole time, you know. So thanks for the neck pillow, you know, jerk.
Nice. So, have you been to Rome?
Yes, we have been,
Yeah.
and you know what they say: when in Rome,
When in Rome.
you just walk through the airport and get on your next flight. No, we didn't stay anywhere.
Oh,
Yeah. we didn't stay anywhere at all. We just came straight through.
Well, some of the sites that you can just see them from the airport, though.
Yeah, you know what? Coming in when we landed and taking off, beautiful city. I recommend it.
Yes.
I recommend staying longer than we did, but yeah, I recommend it.
You have to. The airport's named after Leonardo da Vinci, so it has to be good, right?
It was pretty good, and I'll be honest with you. If you ever have a chance to go to the Rome airport and check out the indoor mall right there.
Yeah.
I mean, indoor mall, like there's gonna be an outdoor mall in the Rome airport. Yeah, go to the mall. You know, it's pretty cool. Yeah, and if that's just a piece of what Rome is, then I've got to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I was impressed with the mall at the airport. How sad is that? Yeah.
I feel like that when I was at the Swiss airport. I had a layover in Switzerland at the Zurich airport. It was
Yeah.
really nice. It had an indoor market,
Nice.
fresh market. It was awesome. Made me want to go visit there back again. But yes. So you've been to Bahrain, you've been to Naples. Is there anywhere else that you've been on this?
We've been to Djibouti.
Okay.
Yeah, and my Harley shirt actually says like Harley Davidson Djibouti on it, which is pretty sick.
Nice.
All my friends that I ride with back home are gonna be jealous of this shirt.
Very.
And then there's been a bunch of different places. Some that they say I can't mention. I get yelled at. I heard the lady coming in now, but we went out to the George H.W. Bush on this trip.
Nice.
And I got to perform for the sailors out there, and the tour they gave us of the flight deck and everything else was awesome. But we were actually out there for what they call a swim call.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was and a lot of the sailors that were on the ship that day said that they've been in for like 15 years. They've never done one, so we were really lucky that we were there the day they were doing one.
Nice.
But basically a swim call is where they open up the bay doors, the hangar doors, and you jump 25 feet out into the ocean, like down to the ocean.
Yeah.
And I'm scared of heights, but when they asked me, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I mean, when am I ever going to get a chance to say I did that?
Yeah.
So I made friends with the CMC on the boat, and we both jumped in. And so we swam away, and we're out there just wading in the water and talking and stuff, and it's blue. It's like bath water. It was perfect.
Nice.
And so we're out there wading around, and about 30 yards off where we were, there were boats with soldiers with rifles. And I said, well, what are they doing? He said, shark watch. And I started looking down in the water, which is kind of too late. But then we swam back up to the stern. It was like you had to swim 100 yards after you jumped in, and get back up on the boat. And so it was pretty wild to be able to do that. So then we get up there and we're putting our shoes on. He says, "Wasn't that cool?" I said, "Yeah, I wouldn't mind going again." And his eyes got big. He said, "You want to?" and it was just crazy. So he said we went and did it again. It was awesome.
That's really cool. You've probably done more on a Navy ship than I have, and I've been in the Navy for 2 years.
Yeah.
So.
Have you been on a Navy ship?
I have once.
Which one?
The Nimitz.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay.
It came through here a couple months ago, and we did a little tour, and it was a lot of fun. Or it was interesting to see the different side.
She said,
No.
It was amazing to be on that ship though.
Yes.
And hear them launching fighter jets off of it and everything.
Oh,
It was unbelievable to be able to see that, and they took us out to the flight deck that day, but before we left, and showed us when they ran ops. So we're sitting up there, they were actually the ships were going out to run ops that day, and so we're sitting on the flight deck, like literally the length of this room away from an F-18 taking off.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was pretty sick
Yeah.
and loud.
I would want to be in one though. That'd be really cool. Or a helicopter.
Well, when we went out there, we got trapped coming in, like on one of the CODs, you know. So they trapped us, and that's like the best roller coaster ever when you come in on that. Because I mean, your stomach feels like it comes all the way up in your chest. It's crazy. Taking off, they catapulted us off. So I mean, it was pretty awesome. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's like another roller coaster, you know, because once you get thrown off the edge of the aircraft carrier, it just kind of dips. Yeah, it was pretty sick.
That's pretty cool. All right, we will be hearing much more from Jason Michael Carroll when we come back.
You are listening to 106 FM The Eagle.
Ah! Got it at the time.
Serving America's best. My name is Petty Officer Erica Yellen. You can call me DJ Yellen for short. And I'm sitting with Jason Michael Carroll here, and he'll be performing his concert. Got postponed till tomorrow night, so it just entices the audience just more.
It does.
Wait a little bit longer.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anticipation.
Yes.
I hate it. I hate anticipation. I'm not good at waiting for anything, so no.
It just goes back into the hurry up and wait.
It does.
Kind of thing.
Isn't that ironic? We were just talking about that. Okay.
All right, so we'll be wrapping up here shortly because I know you have a busy day ahead of you, and I know you have to visit some really Naples attractions. Probably going to visit like Pompeii and all that stuff.
We're going to check out Pompeii for sure.
Yeah, that and the cappuccino.
Now here's the thing. I used to drink 9 Diet Cokes a day. 9. Now that, yeah, I'm surprised I'm still walking. I don't know why. I got into caffeine like that. You know, I quit cold turkey about 2.5 years ago. Haven't had any caffeine since. So I can't drink coffee.
No, you'll go crazy.
Yeah,
especially here, the caffeine level is so much higher.
Well, see, I all those Diet Cokes a day. I used to be able to, I would go to sleep at night, you know, and I could drink a Diet Coke before I went to bed, and caffeine would not keep me up, you know. I mean, it's never kept me up. I've got a high tolerance, so I don't know. I just quit. I couldn't do it. I literally bouncing off the walls already. I'm already bouncing off the walls without caffeine, you know. So I can just imagine where I'd be right now. This interview would be like twice as fast. Yeah.
We'll have to have the mic moving around just.
Yeah. Just turn it up. You'll hear me somewhere.
Where is Jason in the room?
Well, I found also that when I'm not as wired, that my filter works a lot better. Because usually when we get off the air, they say, "How'd the interview go?" I was like, "Man, I did great. I didn't even cuss one time." You know, and people laugh about that, but it's happened. So, and I think that's when my brain's just going so fast, I just can't keep up with it. It happens a lot, especially when I'm writing, and then people get upset with me when we write sometimes because I can't stick on one point. I'm already moved on to the next one.
Yeah.
Because I want to find out what the story's going to say. You know.
Well, it probably helps when you're performing and everything, though. Just keeps you.
You know, I think so, maybe. But I also think that, it's amazing to me that with as much as I've got going on in my head, I mean, my mind is racing all the time. And just as much as I've got going on there, that I can remember lyrics. I can't remember names. I mean, I'm terrible with that, you know. My mom used to get so mad at me when I was a kid because she said, you can remember a song after you hear it one time on the radio, but you can't remember your math homework, you know. Sorry.
Now, my mom says that the thing where I would be late to my own funeral, that's what she told me. I guess I'm late all the time, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm usually the one at the house, though, yelling at people "Come on, we're supposed to leave 5 minutes ago," kind of thing. And, here comes my kids strolling down the stairs like we got all day. Okay, all right, thanks.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today, and I look forward to seeing your concert tomorrow night at Sportside Central Park at 7:30.
7:30. Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Jason Michael Carroll.
Saturday. Tomorrow.
Not tonight.
Me.
Yes. Would you like to end the show with anything, or?
I would like to tell everyone out there, thank you for your service. Literally, the freedoms that I have as a songwriter, just as a songwriter alone, being able to write the songs that I come up with, say the things that I want to say, having the freedoms that I have, and abuse nightly on stage, are because of the freedoms that you defend. So I want to say thank you to everybody out there. We love you. Everywhere that I played back home in the States, telling them we were coming out and playing some shows for the soldiers for the last 6 months. The sailors, soldiers, all those soldiers. everywhere we were, that my fans were like, please tell them that we appreciate them and we love them too. So passing that along from several people back home in the States. They love you, they miss you, and we really hope you get home safe.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by, and